A lot of time and effort has been put into budget preparation, and I can tell you that the staff has been instrumental in helping that come together. It's a pretty significant undertaking. I am currently working with NCPA to complete an EDU use of allowance values report for the California Air Resources Board. They have an annual reporting requirement. It's due on June 30 of each year, and it's a roll-up, it's an accounting of how the city managed its greenhouse gas funds. And so as of right now, I would say that the balance there is about $793,000. I'm going to bring, after the report is concluded, I'm going to come back after I'm done with your next interim city administrator with a report that shows the roll-up of those funds, because they have a vintage. Each year when we participate in the greenhouse gas auction, we receive financial proceeds from the sale of those energy credits or those values. And then those can be utilized for various investments that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, like purchasing an electric mower or other equipment, and there's a range of other authorized uses that are purposed to directly benefit the city's ratepayers and customers. But the risk to that program is that those funds are use it or lose it. They come with a vintage, and so a certain dollar number expires every year if they're not utilized and have to be returned to the state of California. And so my intention is to come back to the council with a comprehensive report that shows exactly where you stand with respect to the accrual and the vintage of those dollars, and what is potentially going to expire within the near term, and recommendations of allowable uses. The budget currently appropriates, it's not approved, the draft budget currently appropriates about $200,000 in spending. And my expectation is that if the council were to follow through with that, it would basically put you in the clear of potentially having to return dollars for at least 24 months. And that's my goal, is to get the city not only focused on investing those in permissible areas consistent with the program, but also avoiding losing dollars that could be invested here in our community. Another report that we're dealing with is the California Energy Commission's RPS reporting. We have kind of a complicated renewable portfolio standards regime that we receive renewable energy credits based upon the type and kind of electric portfolio that we buy. And those have to be managed, filed, and retired each year. There is a little bit of extra work that has to be done. There are some gaps. But I was on the phone with NCPA staff, and we have a plan to back tomorrow to get a ribbon put around that. It's significant because we're at the end of period 4, which means we have to do a roll-up of the past 4 years of renewable portfolio standards compliance. And so that's what I'm going to be spending a lot of time tomorrow with. And Mr. Mayor, with your help, we'll be able to access the CITIS system and get it done. It's just work. It's not very exciting to talk about, and it's not very exciting to do, but it has to be done because it's the law, and we want to fulfill that. And finally, I have been working with, and there are some in attendance tonight who may not have heard or been made aware that the council has identified my successor, and he's here tonight. Former City of Ridley Police Chief Rodney Hart is in the process of onboarding. Rodney, stand up and down. I'm very excited about Rodney coming on board, even if it's only on an interim basis. He provided very steady leadership in the Ridley Police Department, and he did a tour of duty as the interim city administrator of the city of Ridley. And before I came on board there, he'll be a tremendous asset to the city of Biggs. And I think that you'll find him very receptive, responsive, and professional.
That is my hope. I look forward to working with everybody here, continuing the efforts with the city of Biggs and what their goals and everything are moving forward.
How long is interim?
960 hours.
It's all limited by purview. So I'm a retired annuitant, so I'm limited to roughly 900 hours of help.
960 hours.
You gotta have gotta leave a cushion. I don't
Mayor and
mind.
Council, that's my report. That's it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Rodney, for being here. Nothing else?
Hey, Bob, I got a question.
Okay.
Can I ask something?
Sure.
That's for Bob. So I got a question. You know that yellow tank that was put in at the industrial park in the ground?
No,
The septic tank?
no,
There was one put in there?
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Because there'd be, if you put one in there, you have to pull a permit, right?
I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
I honestly don't.
Okay. Because I believe I got where there is a septic tank installed with no permit to pull. No leak lines or nothing. So.
As well, where do we get the last 2 years recordings of all the meetings, for our lawsuits? Because basically, I want you guys to know that there will be no development go on for the next 50 years. You two really did kill development, and now you're taking the property. So thank you. Your own attorney, I don't even know how he can represent you guys, because he was basically even saying, and the city manager, city planner, you were all saying you should vote for it. So, thank you very much for setting this up. We'd like to find out where we can get the recordings. What we use.
Or I call Josh Cook, maybe he might have one.
I
You
can
can-
get the recordings.
Yeah, contact the city clerk. Okay, meeting adjourned.
I'll catch you up on the hill one day, right? You'll go on the hill for me? Oh, we did? Oh, Oh, yeah. Because we're on station on 32 8 miles. Yeah. I was up there probably like 2 months. It's good, so. Okay, no, but they had the station where the dozens in the road. They said you yeah, because you guys are really starting it up there. So I looked up to it and started watching movies. While I'm just sitting there eating. Goes for a meeting.
I don't
You're doing the second challenge? You can say only there.
They have to. Doug, thank you for,